Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Very excited for today's beer reviews, plural. As you can see, I have two beers. They are the same beer, two different vintages, though. I'm going to explain a little bit of context, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it blind, mix them up, and then try to tell which one is which, because they're two different years, and one of them is 13 point something. Where is it? 13.2 and 10% ABV, so quite a difference. But yeah, so this came out of talking to the guys who do the Bearded Hops podcast, so definitely check them out. Bearded Hops, awesome dudes. I've done the podcast twice, and they're big Three Sheeps fans. My friend Jim lives out that way. He's the one who hooked me up with these, and basically they had done an interview with the owner of Three Sheeps and how one of the things that they're thinking of doing and have started implementing is lowering the ABV of some of their bigger beers, hence the 13.2 and the 10%. I've heard that the 2017, which is the higher ABV one, is really amazing. Like not really amazing, like wow, kind of a thing from several people, including all those guys I just listed, and other people. And a couple people have asked me, like, when are you gonna get to those Venerations? So here it is. And that the 18 still very good, but not as good as that bigger ABV 17. So I thought, well, I've never had this beer, any vintage of it. I'd be a good guinea pig to kind of see what my thoughts are, and the only way to really do that would be as blind as possible. So yeah, that's a little bit of background. I haven't started drinking yet, I'm tripping over words. As you can tell, they're basically the exact same labels, even where the ABV is listed a little different, but stickers are basically the exact same bottle shapes. I didn't mark the tops. Like a magician. Like, I swear I'm not cheating you. There's no markings on these bags to like clue me in. I have no motivation to lie to you because that would be lame and dumb, and I don't need the street cred. You know, this isn't a job. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm put these in each bag, move them around, then I'll pop the tops to avoid splashing. So again, that's why I showed you that the tops are the same, so there's no way that I could try to, manipulate. Yeah, I'm just super excited. This is like the boring part. Like, I swear it's for real. But and I've released videos similar to this a while ago, and I was quite wrong, and that's fine. And some that I was decently right at. So and I'm not a magician. I don't do street magic or things like this. So me swinging these around, I don't remember. I don't know which one is which. I shouldn't probably slam things down. Going this way, then back this way, and then, oh, look, going a different direction, and you believe me that I don't know what's what? I hope you do. Okay. It's so silly. Oh, brother. So, I'll do this one on my left, your right. So that'll be that one. I'll have to fall off this little table. So I'm wondering with the difference in ABV, how different the color is going to be. That was one of the things I was thinking might be helpful in identifying. Oh, oops. All right. So based on appearance, this glass apparently is a little dirtier. That didn't help at all. Geez. Okay, like I said, I was really hoping that this would be a little bit more obvious, that the thinner beer would have a thinner look, but they are pretty similar. I'm getting a little bit more red in here, just a little bit, but the center seems darker in this one too. So yeah, in terms of how they look, they look. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what style of beer this is. Jeez. Favorite style of mine, quads. I love quads. And then these were aged in rye whiskey barrels, and they have the addition of figs and molasses. So the adjuncts are the same for both of these. I did check that ahead of time. So you can see the head's gone down pretty quickly. Looking at this way, yeah, same thing. Neither one is jumping out at me as a lot thinner than the other. See about the aroma. And again, what I want to do is, which one do I like better? Do I sync up all these people who said that 2017 is such a huge step up over other ones? Or did I disagree? Can I figure it out, the difference with the age and the ABV? I'm gonna say right off the bat, that's basically exactly what I want this beer to smell like. You get that whiskey for sure. It reminds me of a quad, a sweeter quad. Actually, it reminds me a lot of Sammy Claus. So like a big old ale. That quad, you get the figs for sure, dried fruit. So raisins, a little bit of like rum soaked raisins. Even though I know it's whiskey, but like definitely invokes that. Like a very sweet barley wine, like that big malty beer thing, and then that spirit barrel for sure. Ooh, nice vanilla note. If that's not the 17 that's supposed to be better, I can't imagine how much better this beer is going to smell, but let's see. This one is more muted, for sure. Which makes me think this is probably the 18. I get almost exactly the same flavors, or aromas, sorry, but softer, more muted. And then there's this really pleasant grape note, not wine, but like grape juice. And I really like that in quads. This smells better, without a doubt, right now. This one's still very pleasant, again, though, with the addition of that grape that I wasn't getting out of there. I also get a little bit like milk chocolate in there. This is a little bit more complicated. I like this one more. Not bad. My brain maybe trying to overcomplicate it. Maybe because it's a little older, some things have mellowed out, and maybe this is the 17. Although right now, this is my clear preference for aroma. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. Taste follows the nose quite a bit. A lot of dried fruit, same thing. Like it's not surprising it has the addition of figs, but you do get raisins. It is that spirit-soaked dried fruit thing. Get some plum out of it as well, which is super pleasant in there. Nice oak quality. Some of the tannins fighting through, so it dries out that sweetness a little bit, although it's not overly sweet. It's almost making me think of cinnamon. Doesn't taste like cinnamon, but these like kind of like a Christmassy, like big malty beer that might have an addition of cinnamon. It's warm. It's definitely a warming beer without being overly boozy. But again, 2017 is clearly 2019, so sitting for 2 years, maybe the ABV has gone down a little bit, or maybe this is a lower ABV beer. But yeah, really good. That vanilla from the barrel, pleasant in there. And actually, the more I'm thinking and drinking of it, it's relatively dry, but enough sweetness to kind of hit you in that sweet tooth spot. Let's see about the other one. Cheers again. This one tastes more like what I like. How do I put this? You go to any brewery who's like, here's our quad. And this is not an insult, obviously. I think, again, quads are one of my favorite styles. This is very much what that is. That grape taste or aroma, definitely the taste, that grape juice, which I love. Like it's not a knock. Like none of this is a knock. Even though the aroma clearly is this, and the taste I'm liking better of this one as well. This one, yeah, same thing. Like the flavors are muted. There's more of that grape juice thing, which I love. I look for that in quads, so it's not a negative. It drinks thinner than that one. It's not astringency, but there's a little bit more bite in this, which is again making me think this might be fresher. There's a little bit more of like a hop bite. I think it's hop bite. Could be a little alcohol bite. I don't like. Almost not even worth mentioning the warmth in the chest. Probably the combination of drinking both of these. But a little bit in the mouth. So again, this confusion of is this older and the alcohol has subsided, or is it just a lower ABV one? I am thinking this is the 18 and this is the 17. My preference is the is whatever this one is. Although this one, any brewery should be proud of this beer. The barrel qualities do seem a little bit more muted as well than in this one. Cherry note, also really delicious in there. All right, so again, here's where I'm going. This is the 17, the bigger ABV one, the one that the people who have weighed in on their preferences to have all told me this is the one they prefer. I'm thinking this is the 17. This is a newer one with a lower ABV. 17, 18, that's what I'm saying. And my preference is whichever one this is. I don't care what the bottle says. All right. 2018, 2017. I had them backwards. There you go. Told you. I have no problem airing this and making it. I'm completely wrong. Beers I've never had. Yeah, I think I said everything. I think this one drinks better right now. Some toasted coconut in that sip, which is super pleasant. Yeah, the knock for me is that, again, I don't want to use the word astringent. I don't think it's astringency. That little bit of burn, I think, from the, I guess, being the higher ABV, even though it's older, it's still kind of catching me a little bit more than I want it to. But it's still an amazing beer. Again, I mean, as I said, any brewery should be proud of this one, but I do think this one's actually more special, 2018. So I completely disagree with the Bearded Hops guys, and if I remember correctly, my friend Jim thought the same thing. But I do have another 17, so I guess I'll just, somewhere up there, I guess I'll just keep aging that. But yeah, I like them both. Should I cuvee? I think Joe from the Beer Patrol would be mad if I didn't. And apparently we're drinking a lot today, because even though they lower the ABV to 10, that's still a lot of alcohol. Cheers. It's going to be a long video. Well, this is what they should be doing, is just blending the 17 and the 18. This is delicious. Wow, that grape. But now I'm getting confused. So the grape from the 17, and just how that is working with the, what I'm getting is amped up of the, that little bit of that chocolate too is nice. With the soaked dried fruits, that absence of cinnamon, but it's like all these flavors I love in beer when cinnamon's also involved. Again, I'm thinking of like more Christmassy quads, Christmas ales. Something like a Sammy Claus, which doesn't have cinnamon in it, but it kind of invokes the same thing in my mind where I'm like, man, this would go good with cinnamon. Maybe even like a cookie that has cinnamon. It just it just seems like it would pair so well, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, sweet, but certainly not syrupy, certainly not cloyingly sweet, balanced out by that dryness of the barrels, the addition of whatever hops they're using that's kind of adding that level of bitterness, so it doesn't come across as overly sweet at all. It's delicious. That, oh man, a little dried banana right there I hadn't gotten before. Almost like a Hefeweizen would have. I get that molasses. I didn't mention that either. Yeah, I can see how this has the addition of molasses, but also I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't have molasses and they just got it from the way the beers were brewed, because it's not overly. Whereas the fig, I might have guessed, like, yeah, it's probably something, raisins or figs added because I had enough of that. But yeah, awesome. Separately, even though my preference is different than other people I've heard from. And then together, I mean, wow, that's just a really good blending for sure. Yeah, huge winners. Awesome beers. I just got a bunch of Three Sheep's barrel-aged stouts that I'm excited to review in the future, sooner or later. We'll see. But yeah, thanks again, Jim, for sending these beers. I really enjoy this. Thanks to the guys at Three Sheeps for brewing these amazing beers. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate that, obviously. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. No hate beer reviews at both those places. Always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.